What's up, everybody? It is the best spot, Kid Smooth, and wow, man, I haven't done a video in such a long time or any content. Man, it's been dry out here. But who's the one that always takes us out of a dry season? Is typically Xbox. I've been under the weather, recovering. Playoff basketball is going on. Obviously, LeBron just got bounced out the playoffs, so that puts me in a sour mood. And gaming, oh my god, I thought 2024 was going to be, a great year, but like, consider everything that happened with, Xbox, and you could just feel the difference in the community. Like, gaming is dry. The conversation about gaming is actually boring. There's nothing intriguing anymore. Everything is politics related, racial divide, sweet baby ink, all that stuff that don't really matter. In the games, just the notion around the games has been like blah. I blame Xbox for this. I really do. For them being not competitive, for them not, being all in the console gaming. It's like I feel defeated, man. And then just the early part, like I feel like earlier in the year, some games were interesting, like Banishers. I thought was a good game. I know people were feeling Helldivers but like a lot of games that came like short-lived, like, or trash, man. Like I know Stellar Blade is out. That's so. Rise of the Ronin, so. Helldivers is cool. I'm trying to play. I'm trying to play something, man. I'm literally trying to play games, and it's just I'm not feeling it. Both my Xbox and PlayStation's been collecting dust for the last several weeks, man. I don't even know what the last game I've beaten, but let's get into the video. I think I just burped in the mic. Oh my god. Let's get to the video, yo. So Xbox, broke the silence on gaming with their Xbox game showcase, which they confirmed will be taking place Sunday, June 9th at 10 a.m. Pacific. That's like 1 p.m. Eastern. Which is good. They titled this Xbox Game Showcase, followed by the Redacted Direct, airs June 9th. And so if you guys don't remember, last year, Xbox started this whole Direct thing, right? In 2023, they had, the Xbox Developer Direct. And then in the summertime, they had the Xbox Game Showcase with the Starfield Direct shortly after. Now, this year, it's Redacted, but we already know what that is, man. This is going to be the Xbox Game Showcase, and then Call of Duty is going to have its own Direct right after. So we're expecting big things. This is supposed to be Xbox biggest game showcase in a long time, and it should be when you consider, you got Xbox Game Studios. You have Bethesda's a couple years into the mix, and now you got the newly added publisher Activision Blizzard. So they all going to have a big impact. A lot of games were announced over the past year or so, and Xbox has, I think 3 or 4 major games coming out this year. Hellblade comes out next month. We know Indiana Jones, we got to look at earlier in the year. We got to look at Avowed earlier in the year. All those games were, looking good and whatnot. The thing is, though, it's like, I believe, like, yeah, this is probably going to be Xbox, biggest and best game showcase, considering all the stuff, the stuff that's due to come out, There's rumblings of another Forza Horizon. Gears of War has been mission out of the way. I think Tom Warren hinted at multiple Gears games being announced. We have to hear about State of Decay 3, Perfect Dark. Obviously Xbox has games to release. What's up with the Starfield DLC? And then they still we still haven't gotten anything from Activision Blizzard and Game Pass. Like, so, when's that back catalog dropping? This year, this situation, it feels how I feel about it. I don't feel the same as I felt before when these announcements used to come. Last year, like, yeah, your body gets ready, all amped up. We're about 6 weeks from the whole ordeal. But this year is different, and I think, and personally to me, I feel like Xbox murdered any hype they can generate. Yes, I'm interested in the game showcase and whatnot, but a lot of the oomph is now sort of removed. And this all goes back to Xbox's business update and for them to go announcing games on PlayStation. And now that thing has come to pass, the games that they actually released on PlayStation running better on PlayStation. Hell, you just got the Fallout update and the shit is broken on Xbox. It's like, it feels like very unpleasant. You know what I mean? It feels distasteful. So yeah, I want to talk to you guys about all this stuff I anticipate to be at the Xbox Game Showcase. Maybe when we get closer to it, that I will feel better about it. But right now, man, it just doesn't feel good. It's like I feel like I can't be hyped for it because they're going to show some incredible games. And I know there's going to be some incredible games there. No doubt about it. I think Xbox Game Showcase every year is popping every year. I mean, I think the only one I really didn't like was I think 2017 and 2019 were the ones I really truly didn't like. But overall, beyond those, I feel like every year they had a major showcase and they showed great things. So I know there's going to be a ton of great games. But the hype is gone because any game they show, it was like, well, this is probably going to be on PlayStation, right? Everybody's now just waiting for the next big blow, and it takes it for the core fans. It does take a lot out of it, and it's gonna be a while before people are cool with it. And it doesn't help that, again, the Xbox sales are down. They're not pushing units. They're not advertising the way they should. The appeal for the console is not where it's supposed to be, and it doesn't even seem like they're prioritizing their software on their own hardware. And I know what I'm talking about has nothing to do with today's announcement. I think, though, it has a lot to do how people feel about it, at least how I feel about it, about my anticipation for it. My anticipation for the showcase isn't as big as it would be if Xbox didn't feel the need to sabotage themselves. And I'm gonna make this clear, right? And this video is dragging on, right? My biggest beef with Xbox is business update and the changes they're making. This new Microsoft, well, not new Microsoft, this new Xbox, right? I know they're going to be putting out a new console, maybe a new handheld, which I probably will buy, honestly, personally, because I like gaming on Xbox, but they would have been better served doing this like next year. Like the stuff that they announced this year, they were better served doing that. They should have literally allowed this Activision deal to go through for you to put your stuff on, put your Call of Duty games, all that stuff on a Game Pass. Release your big exclusive this year, because this is going to be the first time you come out with multiple games, great games potentially in a long time in the same calendar year. Like, they should have let this year rock out. Like, take advantage of the momentum you had. But they blew that all. And so now anything they do afterwards, even though no matter how big, it's not going to come with the same fanfare. And I think that's the biggest mistake. Even though the games like Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush stuff, it's not that big a deal. The problem is more so the perception, and that we know it's not just those games. So the hype for me isn't there. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna watch it. I know I'm gonna like what I'm gonna see. But to me, and maybe it's just me, and I'm just looking at it differently. But I don't feel like the hype or the anticipation is there. You know what I mean? It's just not the same. Or maybe I'm just getting like old. Maybe I'm just getting old, and I really personally don't care, or I'm not excited anymore. There's a lot of factors at play, but I do think they kind of shot themselves. They really. I feel like I wish they would have let things rock after they made this acquisition, saw it through, and did this maybe next year after you delivered on some goods. The most disappointing thing about this Activision deal and why I hate it so much, right? Xbox, you've elected to release multiple games on your competitor's platform before you put a single Call of Duty game in Game Pass after owning Activision Blizzard. And the Fallout thing, I'm not even going to comment on because I tried to play Fallout. Whatever. I'm happy it looks better. It runs better now, and they got the performance modes and all this other stuff. But it's a damn shame, dude. I think what Xbox needs to do before they get all into being so excited for being on PlayStation, prioritize your box, man. Prioritize your console, man. Make that thing should be the darling, your baby. Do what's best you can do on your box before you cater to anybody else's box. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But Xbox Game Showcase June 9th. Call of Duty Direct. Will this game be in Game Pass day one? Because I remember during the court case, it was like the first Game Pass game from Call of Duty probably won't be until 2025. And this game is likely coming out this year. Again, man, I'm curious to see what they do because, again, the Xbox again failed to hit us up quarterly because, like, there was no game in the first quarter, not that I can recall. Hellblade 2 is technically the second quarter, but all their other major games is going to come out when? In the burrs, like September and later. That's Avowed, Indiana Jones, Towerborn, Flight Sim 24, Stalker 2, and Call of Duty, the next Call of Duty. That's all literally at the second half of the year. It's like, come on. Like, so yeah, this showcase is going to be interesting because there's going to be a lot of good games shown, a lot of good games coming out at the end of the year. And there's some great games that's going to be coming out next year, and hopefully maybe next year they have some early 2025 games that come out in February, that come out in April, that come out in March and stuff like that, instead of making us wait until fall and holiday of the year. I mean, with 27 to 30 plus studios you got, there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to have 4 games, that one game per season, bro. One game per season. That's all you need to remain consistent. But Xbox Game Showcase, I'm sure as we get closer, more videos will be made, predictions, leaks will come out. I'm here for it. I'm looking forward to it, man. Guys, let me know what you think of what Xbox is doing. Are you feeling the showcase this year? Are you hyped? Has that changed since Xbox went on their business update? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, Xbox is the best box. I am the best box. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I'm out of here. Peace.